folks, in this video I'm going to show you how I make my own fire lighters out of cotton wool and wax. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Right, so there's only two ingredients required for the recipe to make these firelighters. So the first is these things, which they come in when you buy them. They come in like a sort of tube thing, and so what they are is they are cotton wool pads, which I believe are used for removing makeup. But obviously that's not something I've got a great deal of familiarity with. But yeah, that's why my wife buys them and I steal them from her. So yeah, so that's what it is. It's a makeup removal thing, but basically it's cotton wool. It's just a sort of thin thing of cotton wool. So that's ingredient number one: cotton wool pads. So ingredient number two, the final ingredient, is basically old candle bits. So I'm filming this just after Christmas, and you know we have a lot of candles at Christmas. I mean, we have candles actually quite a lot of the time, but yeah, they always get down to about this level, and then if you let them burn more than that in the candle holder thing, you get a nasty surprise. So we always end out with quite a lot of these these candle ends, which are basically just going to go away. So this is a really good use for them. So yeah, that's ingredient number two, a candle. Obviously you can use the full-size candle if you want, but I'm recycling my fag ends of candles. All right, let's get to it. So I've got my my pads, my cotton wool pads here. I've got a candle. Hopefully this will be alright because I'm doing this outside. Normally I do this indoors, but today is actually not a bad day, so I'm going to try doing it outside. It's probably better to do it outside because they're a bit smelly, these candles. So yeah, so basically all you do is you're just dripping it on. Hopefully you can see down here the wax is just dripping on, and it kind of gets absorbed by the cotton wool quite well. So yeah, it's a bit windy out here actually, but so what you've got to be careful of obviously is when you've got a short candle like I've got here, is that you don't burn yourself, because you are tipping it up quite a lot. So what I do, and seems to work quite well, is I don't actually cover the whole of the circle in wax. I basically do I go over half, so so up to about, yeah, I mean it's not a precise art obviously, but you can see I've sort of left a bit here, and so I just cover the rest of it in wax like this. It sort of solidifies pretty quick as well, which is good. So I think actually that's probably enough for that one, so I'll do another one. So actually I must burn my hand then. So the reason that while I'm doing this, so the reason that I leave a bit on the end there, well, it'll become more clear when I actually light one later, but the idea is that you can light these using fire steel, you know, ferro rod, because as a lot of you will know, that cotton wool actually catches really well with a fire steel, because it's got lots of sort of fibres and sort of fluffy bits in it. But if you cover the whole thing in wax, what I found is that candle's going to go out. What I found is that if you cover the whole thing in wax, then it's harder to get it alight. So basically what I do is I leave a section on the end here, which you can then use to light that. So if you didn't put wax on here at all, if you just use these on their own, they burn really quickly, and they wouldn't be that much use as a fire starter. So you do need to have something to slow down that burning, which is what the wax does, turns them into a bit more like candles. So yeah, so basically what happens is when you light it, that you light this, there's a section on the end that I'm leaving blank, and that catches nicely because it hasn't got any wax on it, and then hopefully that then lights the bit that has got the wax on it, and then that then burns a lot slower. So it's kind of like you've got two sections really. You've got the sort of the ignition bit, if you like, I don't know what else to call it, which is the bit that hasn't got the wax on it, and then you've got the bit with the wax on it to burn slower. So I think I'm going to run out of candle here, or I'm going to run out of fingers, because it's going to set fire to my yeah, stop that one. Right, so that's what it looks like. Now you can just leave it like that, or you can actually do the other side as well. So on this one I've gone and done the same thing on the other side. When I first started playing with these, I thought I'd try and time how long they were going to burn for, and I timed it. I timed one where it was only on one side, and then I did another one where I'd done both sides and did the same test. It does burn for longer when it's on both sides, but I mean, when it was only on one side, I think it was like 5 minutes, and when it was on two, it was 7 minutes. So, you know, having said that, it's not a big deal to go back and do the second side. So I think while you're messing about with all this, you might as well do both sides. But it's up to you, really. Now, I know a lot of people use cotton wool with Vaseline, with petroleum jelly, is that what it's called? But for the same reason, really, because it's the same principle. I think that it catches nicely because it's cotton wool, and then it burns slowly because of the Vaseline, and that's fine. But I think, to me, the advantage of these is that they're a lot flatter, so they don't take up so much space as a cotton wool thing, and also they're not as messy, because now that the wax has gone hard, that's not at all greasy or anything. I mean, it's like a candle. It's like holding a candle. Whereas obviously with the Vaseline, I mean, Vaseline's really messy. So yeah, I mean, each their own, really. But I think, you know, because I keep these in a tin when I go out doing stuff, and they fold nice and flat with all my other bits and pieces for fire starting. So I think they're good. Right, let's do the important bit. Get a fire going.